Beatrice.
18:30. I'm going to call this meeting to order. Recognition of the public. Hello, Ian Keel from BCTV. Rules of procedure for the meeting is on the table right there. Is there any new additions to the agenda? Hearing none. Is there any changes to the agenda order? Hearing none. Approval of minutes for August the 22nd.
So moved.
Do I hear a second?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion approved. Old business. There is none. Wow.
That's good.
New business. Request application for municipal planning grant and resolution from the Conservation Commission.
So this you'll be familiar with. It's the same one as last year relating to our natural resources inventory, which is the priority in our town plan. We approved it last year. We did not get it. The Conservation Commission is reapplying. The town has a 33% match of the project cost, and I expect that to be not more than around $3,300. The Conservation Commission has $1,726 in their rollover fund, so some of it could come from there at least. And we have the Planning Commission's approval to go forward with this grant.
So this is the study they're gonna do, the invasive, not invasive as much as the rare breeds and all that stuff.
All of that, anything like things of geological importance, plants and animals, anything special in our community. They're looking to map it and work with landowners so that both the public has access as well as the landowners to know about their own land. And it's going to be a combination of working with citizens and doing a lot of public outreach to get information as well as looking through maps and hiring a consultant.
It's strange that I agree with the project, but don't like the end result.
You don't like the end result of knowing more?
No. Public access.
I mean, it's out there for public to know about what we have at Guilford.
Yeah.
And
That's
it will
really the
help
goal.
inform
Inform
land use
decisions.
plans.
Yeah, but I mean,
And
it's the
land use
idea
map.
of
I mean, it's not drones yet or anything, Dick.
I've got a rare breed of something in my backyard, and every Sunday I gotta look at New York and New Jersey and whatever, stop and buy it. Oh, look at that! Yeah. I mean, so, but yeah, no, I agree with this. I just do that.
And the end result will be mapping that will be included in the town plan. It will be included probably on the town's website, on the Wyndham Regional Commission's website, and available to the state of Vermont to include in a broader
In their
regional
A&R
mapping.
map.
Yes.
And there's one good thing about this. I know it is an absolute, what's the term for a special swamp?
Wetland?
Wetland.
Wetlands, and it'd be a class 1. It wouldn't be, and
Just gonna start shooting.
this process might get that mapped and avoid some future damage to it.
Well, I think that's part of it, is to find out, okay,
Yeah.
well, if we're thinking about how to take care of our roadways or whatever, oh, we know a wetlands is over there. We can be aware and just be mindful when we're doing things
Yeah.
of what we have
Yeah.
and not destroying our natural resources that currently exist.
Yeah. So I move.
Does the commission feel stronger this year that they might receive this grant?
Yeah, they got Susan James has been awesome, and the commission in general has been awesome. The grant application, John Bennett said, was strong last year. There were just a lot of applicants and not a lot of money. They also received feedback from the state as to how they could improve the grant, so they're going to take that
I
into
also
consideration
wanna
this
say,
year.
was last year when there were a couple of changes in requirements for towns' plans. So towns that were trying to update their plans to be
Right.
current with statute
Right.
got priority over something
Or-
like this. Yeah.
Okay.
So I would like to ask for a motion and to have the board sign this and support this.
I'll move to support the Conservation Commission's application for municipal planning grant for the natural resources. And
Second.
There's a second.
and authorize the signature of the resolution.
And authorize the signature and resolution.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All in favor?
Aye.
Who seconded?
I did.
Gordon.
Gordon, thank you. Great, thanks so much.
Moving on. VTrans Maintenance Agreement, HRRR Program, STP HRRR 23, FMO 197.
HRRR is High Risk Rural Roads, and this
Thank you.
actually is a very old grant that we were awarded back in 2013, I think.
Yeah, I think I saw
And
Dick's signature on that.
I thought that this had already, I thought
I
that
saw
we
Richard
never-
Clark's signature
yeah.
Was that
times
for
two.
Weatherhead Hollow?
It is. It is. So it's the corner of Guilford Center Road, just past Weatherhead, just east of Weatherhead Hollow Road, that corner. And there will be roadway markings and signage to support, basically warning motorists about the danger of the curve ahead. So the state will install all of that. I think we have a 10% match. And this maintenance agreement is the town saying that once it's all installed, we will maintain it from that point forward.
Were they going to do some construction work on that corner?
Not in this.
Not on that one.
That
Okay.
was part of it originally, was that they would blast and actually carve out that corner.
Glad, yeah.
But that, I think this is a first step. And if we continue to have accidents, and we've had many on that corner,
That's a bad one.
then that would probably be the next step.
I think we had 2 last year right there.
Yeah, and I mean, it's a really bad corner, really bad. So this needs to be signed by you as vice chair with a notary. So,
Okay,
I'm
If-
a notary.
are you?
Yeah.
she
Oh, that you
is.
have your stamp and everything with you?
I don't have a stamp.
Oh, you don't?
Oh,
No,
because
you don't
she's an
need to in
attorney,
Vermont.
isn't it? Yeah.
Okay.
I don't have, it doesn't need to be stamped?
I don't know, we
I
always.
just notarize it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Pete and Penny have a stamp here, so,
You
I
want
mean,
me
I
to come
can,
down in the morning
yeah,
and
I
sign
mean,
it?
Do it if they have a
after?
stamp, that way
Yeah.
there's no questions. I
Yeah.
know in other states they require stamps,
Yeah.
but not in Vermont.
So with that said, can I have a
Attorneys.
motion so
Have a
the
stamp.
vice chair can sign the agreement in front of the notary tomorrow morning?
I will make a motion that so occurs.
Thank you, Gordon.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay. Next item is EMD letter of thanks to Ron Lenker, appoint select board chair as intern.
this is, I'm just gonna read from Sheila's email. Ron served as Guilford's emergency management director from, I wanna say March 2015, maybe? It wasn't 14, right? It was 15. Okay, until just recently, he's decided to step down. Ron took on a difficult role as EMD in a difficult time when everything about the position was changing and not much remained routine. He got us through Vigilant Guard exercise, and Sheila has expressed her deepest appreciation to him for his efforts on the town's behalf. And I think that I think everybody's in agreement that they're deeply appreciative to Ron for all that he did, and I'll make sure that I mention that in the minutes. And so that leaves us with a opening, which Sheila can fill as select board chair until someone is found. So, I don't know, somebody wants to move to appoint her as select board chair. I think she defaults as that, but
Yeah, I
if,
think it's
it's
an automatic, but yeah. we
but a
can
motion couldn't hurt.
Right.
move to appoint Sheila Morris as the MD,
The interim EMD?
intern.
I'll second that.
All in favor?
Aye.
So with that said, I will, I have until Sheila returns to the area, and if something does happen to Mr. Clark, as they said in the military, delegation will rule. I will delegate my authority to you.
Sounds very militaristic to me.
I say,
So, I don't know if you guys wanna put your heads together and,
Yeah, we'll have to try to find
Yeah.
somebody, because that's a big job.
And we really, yeah.
We do need to,
And I would think like maybe Dick, you and Herb Meyer have maybe the best sense of who might be able to fill that.
Herb and I are totally out of it, but we've agreed that if the dark brown stuff gets the moving parts, we probably, for the good people of Guilford, step forward.
Maybe we could do
Thank you for
a
that.
session,
A
on
work
a
session, I was
brainstorm
thinking.
on
Yeah.
one of the days that we get together.
We have, yeah, and the person that does this has got to have all the ICS stuff done
Mhm.
and the training, and if anyone has anybody in mind, it might not be a bad idea to ship them up to the Emergency Management Conference in Lake Murray coming up very soon.
I was gonna say, that's in the next couple months.
It's in October. I don't
October.
know the exact dates, but
Is there a second on that?
Yeah, second.
You did, thank you.
Recreational Commission appointment.
So one of the members on the Recreation Commission, Tim Harris, has, due to just time commitments, has resigned but has agreed to support the Rec Commission still. It's just a time issue. So he's resigned, and they would like to appoint Nick Phillips, who is actually a member of the public who's been showing up at every meeting and coaches anyway, in his stead.
Excellent.
And to thank Tim Harris for everything that he's done. But he will still be involved, and he coaches as well, so
Perfect.
Do we need a motion on it?
I'd like to move to appoint Nick Phillips as Recreation Commission, as a
Second.
member of the Recreation Commission.
Second.
Second.
All in, any discussion?
yes, not about this as so much. Go ahead and make the motion, then I'll do the other.
All in favor?
Aye.
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 You make me nervous, Dick.
Have you made any inroads with the recreation club itself, is trying to join forces and promote the ball field and the
That-
cabinet pack and whatever?
That's on the Recreation Commission's agenda, and actually we discussed it last week, and people are reaching out to current members and trying to see if there's a way to, I think the members of that club need to get together, and that has not been something that's done with any frequency.
I managed to see the dates of the meetings and the minutes after they're all over with, so, you know,
But yeah, that's what we discussed at the last meeting, which was last week.
yeah. They definitely need to be involved and get this thing going, and it would be great to have that recreation club.
Somehow be working
And I
together.
don't know the exact conditions of the recreation club or the charter, whether everybody, it used to be, it was a $10 donation to become a member of the recreation club. And I don't know if that's still in the charter or whether that's, and I don't know if there's a charter kicking around here somewhere.
I don't know.
But it needs to be.
Because they're an independent club, and they own, I think we just looked it up, 8 acres or so of land. So,
Yeah,
I mean, they're an independent
they're a
organization,
nonprofit
so
with bylaws, yeah.
we can't,
really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there's a requirement in their bylaws that they meet once annually to maintain all that, and they do that.
So
Because that's the fields down here.
Yeah, it's
The
Whittemore
kids-
Park.
Whittemore
Yeah,
Park,
Whittemore
like the
Park.
baseball field
Yeah,
down there,
yeah,
and
yeah.
there's a cabin up back.
They're supposed to have an annual meeting, which I don't think they've had in a while.
I'm
I
not
think
sure.
they've had it every year, so that they,
they can still be an organization.
so that they can maintain
Annually.
ownership of their property.
Maybe
I do.
remotely. They meet
Yeah.
remotely.
Who's
Yeah,
done
they
that?
can teleconference
Have they
in.
advertised it?
Yeah.
I don't know.
They don't have to.
They don't have to.
They're
They're
not
they don't have
working.
to follow.
They're a
the
separate
law.
organization, so yeah, that's in the works. To reach out to them,
Reach
but
out and
see what happens.
just have a conversation.
Mm-hmm.
Good.
And just for giggles, when we're on recreation, I don't know if this is right or not, but how did the family field day go?
Oh, the field day went. They said well. I had another event, so I wasn't there. About 75 people they thought attended, and they thanked the fire department. I think it was MT3 who had an excavator there, and everyone was loving that. So
Of course, yeah.
the fire department and the water events were the highlight.
Excellent. That's great.
Okay, on to the next discussion and updates and announcements. Green River Covered Bridge project update. Katie?
You could probably help me.
Oh
with
no!
The project is
Looks
progressing
good.
on schedule. The roof will be installed on Wednesday. The protective coverings on the bridge will be done next week, and then the guardrails will be soon to follow, so all good.
The updated sheathing of the roof looks great. you
Yeah,
know, in
yep.
preparation
The
for.
other stuff
the
came
roof,
off, it was
but,
warped,
yeah,
twisted, hence
yeah.
the need
Oh,
for
That
full
was
removal.
so,
Dude, you don't
so
even
the right,
wanna know. You
Covered
don't
in
wanna
nails.
know.
that was so the right decision.
There was so many nails in those boards. There was probably, I know one board had 95
Cheesecloth.
freaking nails in it. And when they hit it with just a regular, like, east wing hammer, the boards just went,
Exploded, yeah,
Yeah.
sprinkled.
and
Trashed.
it
Well, that was-
filled,
It made
it
me feel
filled
good
the
looking at it.
dumpster. But, you know, I can, like Katie said, I've been over there
Yeah,
since
she's our guy on scene.
the 31st,
Twice a day,
and
every
I've
day.
been in contact with her just about every day, sending her texts and emails and pictures and
Thank
stuff
you.
like that. But I can actually look at the bridge, and where before you could look at the bridge and it looked twisted,
Mm-hmm.
now it actually looks
Yeah.
straight. I was
Yeah.
like, wow. And I brought something just when we're on Green River Covered Bridge.
Oh,
Guys
yeah.
over there at the construction site found that
Ian's gonna pan it.
that political piece of memorabilia of Stewie Hunt on behind one of the splash walls.
That's really
That's
neat.
So
Yeah,
it's-
it is cool. It's really
Well
cool.
preserved.
Yeah.
Stewie would have been pleased.
Yeah.
yeah, so I
It's
brought
very
that
I
over.
wish he
So
was with us.
yes, I took a board from the bridge and brought it back to the town.
But it will go to the historical society.
Yeah.
That's
Awesome.
That's
It's like
awesome.
a time capsule.
Troy did
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
Well done, Troy.
And
No, that's
so
important.
the piece of cord that was
Has Barbara seen that?
is
I don't know if she knows I've got it or not.
this is like full circle Hunt.
Yeah.
Actually, so that's Hunt, and then
Yeah.
the piece of the cord, Doug Hunt is going to make us a bench for just
making
Oh,
a
how cool.
using the
awesome.
trunnels
Yeah.
as legs right in there.
Oh, that's
And
awesome.
I did, when I was over there, the last cord, what they discovered when they was taking the sheathing off is laying on the bank over there. They left it for if anybody wanted to see it. I do have a picture of it on my phone.
The rod.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
rock. Oh my god.
Did you send me?
Yeah, I
That's
sent.
the
yeah,
one you sent.
Yeah, that's the one I sent you. So,
Wow.
but yeah, they've been working pretty good. They was up there painting today, so on and so forth. They've been real good to work with. You know, the kids come across in the morning. They're good morning to the kids. Kids are right back, and the kids are actually like, "Hey, we get to be the first ones on the bridge." The kids are loving it. So,
Good.
but
Well, thank you. That's
Thank
a
you
great
for
update.
dealing with the kids, Troy.
And I'm glad that while this is taking a little more time, it's been done right, and this is definitely the right decision. So.
Is there a meeting on Wednesday?
No, there isn't. At the last meeting, they decided that it doesn't really make sense to meet at this point. It's sort of a waste of time. That it's just
It's moving
plugging
forward.
Yeah, so that when it's close to the end, we'll probably have a punch list plenty, I would imagine.
next item, Wyndham Solid Waste Management District Solar Project. Katie.
I went to the meeting on September 6th that talked about the net metering project. So this is the presentation from that meeting, and what I'll do is include it with the minutes. So it's a 5 megawatt net metering project that is being, Wyndham Solid Waste Management District has the old landfill and will be hosting the project and leasing that land to Sky Solar, who will be the project owner. And Encore Renewable Energy will be the developer. And it was Encore who did the presentation. And Wyndham Solid Waste Management is opening up the opportunity to all of its member towns to participate in the 20-year subscription for net metering. I think there was a project that they were going to do before and it fell through, maybe in the last year or so. I don't know because that was my gap time. So this is a much stronger project. It's has statewide support, and it's a great location for a solar project for a whole variety of reasons. So it does have a lot of statewide support. I looked at the town's electric bills, and all that we pay for the town office and the 2 garages, we pay about $3,800 a year, so we could get maybe $1,000 savings. If we were able to rope in the library, maybe the historical society, to fall under the town so that we could get more savings and help them out as well, that maybe we can do that. The biggest drawer of electricity is the school, and the school isn't part of this, but could be part of it, so I asked to be put on their next agenda, and
Okay.
I'm gonna go with Bob Spencer, who's the executive director for Wyndham Solid Waste Management, and we're gonna go raise it to the school board. Their electric bill is about $20,000 a year. So, to see if they would be willing to participate, I called Frank Rucker, who's the business manager for the supervisory union, chatted with him a bit about it, told him about it, and asked him if the supervisory union would be interested. And so we're sort of going from a two-prong way to involve the supervisory union through Frank. He's gonna do more looking into it, and then Bob and I will go to the Guilford Town School District Board meeting on the 19th. So I just wanted to let you guys know that.
Great.
So as this develops, I don't know if the town is gonna wanna engage in this or not. It is a 20-year contract, so you'll be committing a future board to a pretty long contract. And it's $1,000 a year. It'll probably not be as much as time goes on, so it's all up to you guys. But I have a sample contract, which I haven't read yet, of what the agreement would look like. So
My question, all this wonderful solar that's going on, people that sign up for that and get this benefit for a certain length of time, and that's the key word, a certain length of time, because after 20 years, from what I've been able to gather from different solar people and different people who got it after 20 years, you're out of luck.
I think they're not functional.
Either, you take over repairs or that type of thing.
well, actually, this one has a decommissioning plan. So when it's done, they come in, they take it off. And by then, technology could be totally different.
Right.
They could even, there could be some new program in 10 years
Right.
where they retrofit their whole thing and you get greater savings. You don't know.
And the other downside of that, and I was guessing here that when people run out of solar, the electric rates are gonna jump sky high from the normal. Am I against solar? Yes. Do I think it's necessary? Yes, for the time being. But I mean, there's so many big ifs to that it scared me to get really involved. Yeah.
Moving along, topic for the next Gazette article.
When does it due?
What is
October
your
1st.
flavor?
No later. No later.
You ain't got it done
How did it come on down? No, I was actually thinking, and if we had pictures of like the
Yeah.
things we sort
Yeah.
of discovered,
Right,
like
Yeah.
that, and the
because it would be all.
we were gonna make the bench out of the, what is it, the truss
yet? The court
cord?
When does the next Gazette come out?
Right.
first.
November 15th.
Could we maybe this year stick in the bit about plowing snow across the road and into the road? Usually it comes out in the March Gazette, which is a little late for that information.
That would be mine.
Point taken. Yeah, is there anything else that Dan wants to include for the winter, or does he want to do his own little article about the
Yeah,
new
we could
guy
do that.
and,
That's something
If he
because
wants to address.
and if there's
some of
something
those,
in winter and maybe the new employee or?
there are some folks in town that just don't get it, that they can't plow snow in the road.
They might not know.
Yeah.
Well,
They might not know.
let's put this article out and
It feels like a great idea if you don't know.
Right.
I'll just push it there and
Oh,
tell you.
I know I wasn't supposed to do that, but I didn't intend to.
I think a discussion with Dan though on whether that topic or the new employee, I mean, there's some faces changing, would be a
Yeah.
good
Yeah.
starting point.
And it's not so bad during the storm, but it's when after the storm's all over, they got the
Oh, no,
sand
I-
and all
the-
that,
the-
and
in
Johnny
the-
Q decided,
Right, in the road.
I'll
is-
push my driveway back and all the other road, so, yeah.
How about anything else? Does the Conservation Commission write a piece probably? The
Yeah.
Planning Commission writes?
Separately, yeah.
Okay, so
yeah.
there's nothing we can report in on from anybody else.
No, but I'll reach
I
out to the
think- I
Conservation
think with-
Commission and Rec
yeah.
Commission and just point out that the,
Okay.
Yeah, let's
Deadline.
shoot for that, like Dick said, maybe some of that, and talking about Danny and the new employee, and maybe the finishing of the Green River Covered Bridge, and some of the things we found, and
I'll check with Penny too, because,
Sure.
Pete's gonna be scaling back eventually here,
okay,
so.
okay. Highway, general update. I do know that they have been out grading, they've been hauling sand. Is ditching, yeah. Alan broke the mower back out, where was it, up on Sweets Pond? Grass is growing a little higher again, so, yeah,
Got some rain.
now it's starting to grow.
I think they were having a problem with the mower, were they?
Yeah, that was last week, wasn't that
Yeah.
last week? Yeah, so. That's about it. No excess weight permits, so we roll right into finance.
And I'll make motion to pay the following payroll and expenses. Payroll for the week ending in 8/28/2016 in the amount of $5,281.91. Payroll for the week ending in 9/4/2016 in the amount of $5,674.38. Payroll for the week ending 9/11/2016 in the amount of $5,689.84. Expense warrant number 1705 in the amount of $127,166.43. And expense warrant DP05 in the amount of $306.50. And the big ticket items in the expense warrant were insurance, our town's insurance, as well as two payments of the bridge. Oh, for a grand total of $144,119.06. So how is that bridge, man?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
We ain't got to the big one yet. Communications.
We got a letter from the American Red Cross asking for a $500 donation for the upcoming fiscal year. They would need to petition.
Right.
So,
I was gonna say that goes into the warrant, to the articles, yeah.
yeah, and I mean, they never petition. They always send a letter.
Yeah.
And that's just the way it is. We have a letter from Senior Solutions seeking nominations for the 18th Annual Successful Aging Award. So this is recognizes the accomplishments of a senior who is at least 80 years old and lives in Windham and Windsor County.
You're close.
Here's the caveat. They must be currently involved in activities that foster strong community and that encompasses and supports all ages. So if you know of anybody you'd like to nominate, I was thinking of maybe giving this to Guilford Cares and seeing if they knew of anybody.
Hold, sir.
Ooh,
Herb.
yes, I would definitely,
There you go. Feel free to nominate her.
definitely, because he,
It's like a hot potato.
Vermont League of Cities and Towns news for August and September. It's also online if you felt like you wanted to go online and read it. And there is a municipal budgeting workshop on September 27th in Montpelier. And that's all she wrote.
I suppose you ought to sign the warrant.
Yes.
Oh,
I was too busy talking.
So with that said, I'd like to thank everyone tonight for coming out and doing this and updates from everyone and stuff like that. Very productive select board meeting. I was getting ready to say school board meeting.
Big one, okay.
I saw Dick only touch one. But he got them all. Nope.
No, he missed.
I know there's 3 payrolls.
Yeah.
It's tricky.
This
Back
is a
to Dick.
3-week gap.
Oh,
I like when that happens. I really do. It's my favorite.
I thought there was 3 over here, there was 3 over here.
Nope, there's 2. There's a DP and a regular.
Oh, okay, I got the wires. I move.
I have a motion to
Second.
adjourn and a second. Any more discussion? Guess not. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.